There's something I've noticed in software teams. We have a roadmap for the things we're going to do, but we don't always have a roadmap for the work that the current system is actually making us do. And that work can quietly eat a huge amount of our capacity. And I'm not talking about bugs or anything like that. I'm talking about something slightly different. Let's say we had a team that made the following roadmap and decided these were the most important things to do this quarter. Then the team starts working on the most important thing on the roadmap, which in our case is problem 1, and that's where the hidden work starts to show. An example could be that we discover that we have outdated packages we need to update, or maybe we discover that we don't have any automated test around this area, which means that we'll have to do manual testing for everything we deploy. None of these will necessarily show up as something we need for the feature, but they will all consume capacity. And in this context, that's actually the important part to double-click on. It's almost like a daily tax. Maybe it's 10% of your day, maybe it's 20, maybe it's someone spending half a day every week dealing with something that everybody knows is painful. Individually, each thing can look too small to prioritize, but together they become a tax on every single feature we deliver. And here's a more modern example. Maybe your team has started to use AI to generate code. Great, that's amazing. But now you're spending most of your day actually reviewing the code from the AI. And the AI makes huge PRs, which means that it takes a lot of time to even dive through a single PR. So, happy days, we've optimized coding, but at the same time, we accidentally create a review bottleneck. This is why I don't think we should just call these things for technical debt. Because they're not all technical debt. They're actually signals. They're signals telling us something about the system we're using to deliver our software. And here's the first question that I think teams should start asking. What is the price of our current ways of working? Not theoretically, not on some kind of architecture diagram that we can all look at. No, what is it actually costing us this specific week? Imagine that we simply just capture that. Not a giant Jira ticket or not a 20-page architected document or any crazy stuff like that. Just enough information for the team to see there's a problem. Now the team can actually have a conversation about it. Not only the engineers, but everybody who is involved in the team. Is this worth fixing? Does it affect an important upcoming feature? How much time do we actually lose? Would fixing it now be worth it to make future delivery faster or safer? Those conversations need to be brought to the table. And we don't have to fix everything. That's really important to understand as well. Some problems aren't worth fixing. Some are annoying but harmless, but some are going to cost us 100 of hours of lost work if we leave them alone. The point is to make the choice consciously. So maybe currently, because of the way we're working, whenever we meet friction, we create a workaround. We then jump to the next feature, but sadly we come back to more friction when we visit our system again. So maybe we should move into a new world where when we discover friction, we make it visible. Then we decide if we want to improve it before we move on to the next feature. So maybe the problem isn't actually the friction itself, it's that we get used to it. We work around it, we build processes around it, and eventually we stop seeing what is actually costing us. So the next question is, how do we actually decide what's worth fixing?